Hey yo, what's poppin', y'all? It's your boy S. V. Yeah, need not to worry. I'm back here with another John. Yeah, man, I want to talk about this Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley fight. I don't know, man. I'm seeing a lot of mixed opinions about this fight. Some people liking it, some people hating it. You know what I'm saying? And some people saying it's good for boxing. Some people saying it's bad for boxing and it's a joke and this and that. Well, I was one of the people that seen it in the beginning. I seen this shit as a joke. I seen it as exhibition, you know what I'm saying? That's how I looked at it. But I changed my stance on that since the way boxing has been going. Boxing is like look at boxing is a great sport, but look at all of the bullshit we've been enduring throughout the years in boxing. All of the fights. We could name a million fights that we wish we could have seen. Like, people fucking do polls in shit of what if fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, valid shit though. Like, valid. Imagine what if these guys fought. And some of the guys that is in the polls are guys that were right there in the same era, in the same weight class as who we wanted to see, and the fight still didn't happen. You feel me? So, like, for Jake Paul, a YouTuber, to get up on here and put boxing on the map in a way where it gets more eyes on it, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm supporting that because it's broadening the sport. It's bringing more views to boxing, and I'm just hoping along this ride that boxing fucks around and actually starts to get it. Because all boxing does, every time boxing has momentum, it shoots itself in the foot. Whether it's somebody cheating, somebody getting popped for steroids, a bad decision, early stoppage, judges screwing fighters over, the politics with the promoters, and the Twitter beef, and all of this shit, man. Shoots itself in the foot, man. And it is, I just hope that Jake Paul, Logan Paul could bring something to where the sport can fucking still thrive and people could still make a great living off of it, and we could still be entertained, because this is entertainment whether you like it or not. A lot of hardcore guys are watching these Jake Paul fights. Like, you gotta admit, man, it's something there that intrigues you to watch it. And you know what intrigues you to watch it? Is Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. not happening. Tank Davis versus Devin Haney not happening. You know what I'm saying? All of these mouth-watering fights that we got on the table, not happening. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, the trilogy. That all these fights that can't happen. Not that all of the time that it's somebody's fault, but this is why fans be clamoring when the fight is hot for these guys to be fighting. This is why we wanted to see Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence way earlier. Because you keep dragging it, shit like this can happen. Detached retina and injuries and contracts, all of this shit could fumble a great fight from happening. You know what I mean? And all this dragging it out, that shit ain't helping. We should have been able to say, oh, we seen the Crawford, and we should be talking about a potential rematch or some shit between Crawford and Spence. But they sitting there trying to drag shit out, to now the interest in the fight is like, nah. Who cares? Jake Paul's fighting. Got Mayweather coming out of retirement just snatching up bags whenever he's good and ready. Guys like Errol Spence, guys like Devin Haney, guys like Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson. It's so many. All of these young guys, Rolly, all of these young guys have an opportunity to elevate their legacies and put boxing on the map in a different way, in the real traditional boxing way. But these guys ain't fighting each other, man. That's the problem. The best are not fighting the best in boxing. That's the problem with boxing. Along with judging and corruption. That runs rampant in the sport. So I'm in full support of this Jake Paul fights. I'm with the shits with that, man. Straight up. I was with everything that Triller was trying to do, bringing that type of vibe to boxing that merged the hip hop, merged the entertainment in with the boxing. You got to do something like that because shit, it's only a select few that could put asses in seats. It's a select few of fighters that could actually do it. You know? So, like, I like the Jake Paul and Woodley shit. That shit is like the promo for it and all of that is like, I could care less about it. I watched the little shit on Showtime and it wasn't lit like that. The little sit down they had and Tyrone Woodley, all he did was cut Jake Paul a new one. That's all he did. Told him the truth about a lot of shit. That's all he did. And Jake Paul being the entertainer, you could tell that that's what he's doing. He's trying to entertain. So I ain't mad at it, man. I ain't mad at it. I'm watching the fight. I thought the fight was happening today, honestly. I'm sitting here like, yeah, I'm gonna watch Jake Paul, and then they talking about, oh, it's Sunday. I'm like, oh shit, it's on a fucking Sunday. That's different, you know. But yeah, it ain't no boxing on today, man. I checked. I thought something from the Zone or something was coming, but no boxing today, man. But it is what it is. So yeah, man. Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley is tomorrow. Y'all check this shit out if y'all want. You know, it's gonna be a real good fight actually happening in that the woman fighter Serrano. She about to scrinny. I want to see that. I definitely want to see that. I want to see how she looks. So yeah, man. I'll check y'all in the next joint.